Welcome to Bible Baptist Church Bible Trivia Night. And I know last week I said that we wouldn't do it this week, we'd skip this week and come back next week. But we got so much positive feedback from people who've been stuck in quarantine and and social distancing, about how much they look forward to being able to get together in this way, that I just thought that we'd be doing you a disservice if we didn't come with some Bible trivia questions this week. So I'll do this tonight, but then also I want you to know that there'll be no additional Bible studies or anything tonight, because tomorrow night is the 7 sayings service, and that'll be at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. 7 sayings from 7 preachers, remembering and commemorating those statements from Jesus on the cross. And so we're looking forward to that. That video will be premiering tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on Facebook. And just so you know, questions will be announced live and also displayed in the comment section. And so we want to invite you to be looking and listening at the same time, and the quickest answers are the ones that will get recognition, and we'll give you that pat on the back that you so desperately need and desire during this particular time. Yeah,
they need a pat on the back.
Yeah.
I think so. I'll give myself one.
Anyways. All right, and there you go. So thank you, Hayden. All right, and so
we have a few people watching.
Yes, we do.
Introduce them real quick. Oh, Josh joined us. So,
all right.
So looks like he might be able to catch up.
He's a little bit earlier. He's a little earlier this week.
Welcome, Josh. Hi, Anita. Hi, Mandy. Once again, hi, Brother Will in the sound booth. Good to see you guys. Well, what do you say we get started?
Sure thing. And while you're watching, be sure to tell us in the comments below where you're watching from. And we have the Hatfields watching us all the way from South Korea. So welcome, Malia, Jamie, and the kids. That's what we call them. And all right, my first question for you tonight, this is an easy one. In what city was Jesus born? In what city was Jesus born? First answer in the comments is the winner.
Let's see.
What city was Jesus born?
That's a good question.
People are still howdying and acknowledging one another's existence. They're missing the questions. So.
Wow. That's all right. Better late than never, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe I need a reload. I think that's what's happened. Every once in a while, you got to go out and come back in. So, Bethlehem, very good. And on my phone, the first answers are Mrs. Hibbard, so Anita, Mandy, and let's see, Sarah, and Samuel, Leanne, Elena. Elena said Nazareth. Is she serious?
Josh said Maze Ruth, so okay. That's better.
Okay, Nazareth is a little, at least within the ballpark. So, all right, very good. All right, Brother Hayden, with your question.
All right, here's my question here. What kind of bird brought an olive branch to Noah on the ark? All right. What kind of bird brought an olive branch to Noah on the ark?
Did you put the question in the comment section?
I did.
All right, good job. Good job.
That's why I have my
Let me see how long it takes to come up for me. I haven't gotten yours yet.
You haven't got mine yet? Mine's up there. Mine says it right here.
Oh, how about that? This.
Hey, hi Tina. Hi Mike. Thanks for joining us.
There you go. So the answers are coming in.
They are. So
somebody else saw your.
Exactly.
Guess that's all that matters.
Well, okay. So I have the first answer. First answer is Mandy with Dove. You get 500 points. Great job, Mandy.
Yay!
All right. And Elena, Dove. Dove is the correct answer.
All right. If you're just now joining us, which many people are, we want to remind you to be watching in the comment section for the questions and also answering them, whichever you hear or see first. And first person is the winner. How many books are in the New Testament? How many books are in the New Testament is our next question.
30, 20. Trying to give you guys some hints here. 30.
Here's a hint. Don't listen to the guy with the beard.
That means
the guy with the giant beard. Does this qualify as a beard?
Oh.
See, I don't think so either.
Hold on.
It's more like scruff at best.
Well, we have a few answers here. They're interesting answers.
This was a gift from Hurricane Irma.
Amen.
I just didn't shave for a week, and when I came back, my wife said that she liked it, so I kept it.
Amen. So. Thank you, Elena.
All the old ladies at church said that they liked it too. Not that we have any old ladies at Bible Baptist Church. You just tell us that next answer.
Our answer is 27, and Mandy got another 500 points.
That is correct.
Absolutely.
27. Very good.
But I do have some interesting answers. You want to read those?
Oh,
interesting answers here.
Okay.
I got 39 for New Testament.
That's incorrect.
I got 24, but it was correct. It was corrected. Mrs. Hibbard. corrected it. She put it 27.
Oh, okay,
So
very
she
good.
corrected
So
it.
there's
Awesome.
probably some clumsy, thumbsy action going on
Yeah,
there. So,
yeah, a
all
little
right.
bit. All right, here's the next question here. All right, next question. Which of the 10 commandments should you keep if you want to make your days long upon the land? Days long upon the land. Which of the 10 commandments should you keep if you want to make your days long upon the land? That's a really good question here.
Every time I think about that verse, I think about it in Spanish. Primer mandamiento con promesa. The first commandment with promise.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
In Spanish.
I always just think of it in Spanish first.
Wow.
And I'm not bilingual.
Who else thinks of that verse in Spanish? Just comment below.
Okay.
All right, we got some answers rolling in here. Well, hi Ginger, welcome. Thanks for joining. And we have father and mother. Honor your father and mother. Okay. Honor and father and mother. That's absolutely correct. I was seeing if they put a number on there. Bonus points if you know which commandment that is. Bonus points, but we'll wait for that one. Honor your father and mother. Very good job. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Elena. Great job, guys. All right, Pastor?
All right, my next question is, what type of insect did John the Baptist eat in the desert? What type of insect did John the Baptist eat in the desert? What are you thinking?
Run like the wind, grasshopper.
Okay. I knew there'd be something random going on there. All right, very good. So we've got some answers here. And we have...
Locust.
Yeah, we have locust from Mandy. Locusts, which locust is not correct.
No,
But locust is correct. Antonella, first one with the correctly spelled answer. Leanne with locust. Mandy correcting there. It doesn't count. Elena with locust. Ginger with locust, and so on. All right.
Man,
very
Josh
good.
is behind the ball here.
Yeah,
He is
where's Albrecht?
yeah, come on, man. Like, he's the last one to put this in. Anyways, all right, next question here. You ready for it? All right, here it goes. Who said, quote, I am innocent of the blood of this just person?
Ooh, good one for this week.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Passion Week. Oops, I almost gave it. I gave you a hint. But we both gave you a hint. Who said, I am innocent of the blood of this just person? Not the just person, not just a person, but this just person. It's describing. Grammar geeks, help me out. Oop, I got an answer. You got an answer? Hi, Amy. Welcome. By the way, Amy and Steve have a new member to the family.
Yes, congratulations.
Caleb
Xavier.
Great job. Maybe he can answer. Maybe he can help Josh out a little
Yeah,
bit.
very good.
All right, here's our answers here. Elena said pilot. Very good job. Pilot is the not the guy who flies planes, but pilot. Governor Pilot. Was he governor?
I think the
Ish.
governor was. I don't know what pilot. I don't remember. If you hadn't asked me that, okay. So the trivia question is, what was Pilate's official position?
That is the official trivia question here.
What was Pilate's official position? And
No Google. Got to read your Bible. Chapter and verse. Brother Will, do you know that one off the top of your head? What was Pilate's official position? Chief cook and bottle washer.
that's a pretty decent guess.
Yeah.
I would think you may be wrong, but
Brother Jeff Andrews, thanks for joining. We have Ricky Goodman says governor.
governor is correct.
That's absolutely
So,
correct.
very good.
Governor.
Yeah, so governor is correct, but yes. So I'll ask another question real quick. What type? Oh no, I'm sorry. Who were the first apostles called to follow Jesus? I'm looking for two names. Two of the first apostles to follow Jesus. The two first apostles to follow Jesus.
Matthew and Mark, maybe. You
No,
think
that's not correct.
That's not. No, that's not.
That's not correct.
Oh, those are the first two Gospels.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is that why you were laughing?
Yeah, that's why I was laughing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So
Never a dull moment up
Sometimes
here,
there
y'all.
never really has to be a reason for Hayden to laugh. That's one of the things that you get to know about him when you're working with him
Exactly.
every day. Is the
Never a
first-
dull moment,
Yeah.
I would presume.
So let's see. Amy with the first and correct answer, Peter and Andrew. So very good job. Peter
Very
and Andrew, Anita, Peter and Andrew,
Josh,
Mandy,
James,
good
and
job.
John. Oh,
So
boy.
2 of those. Okay, and you're up with the next question, Brother Hayden.
Here's the next question. What are the special promises called, excuse me, let me rephrase that. What are the special promises called that man makes with God? What are the special promises called that man makes with God? Hey, Gus. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Leanne, for the compliment. I'm glad I make people laugh with my facial expressions.
His laugh makes me laugh. Like, if Hayden tells a joke and cracks himself up,
It's worth every moment.
That's all it takes. The joke doesn't even have to be funny.
All right, I have a couple answers here. Leanne says covenant. That is correct. Covenant is correct. Amy says vow.
Close.
I'd say that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Anita says covenants. Mandy says covenants. Very good job, folks. Covenant is correct.
I guess vow is correct. It's just
different
not what
word.
we were looking for.
Right. Yeah.
So, okay.
Good job, Amy.
So, all right, very good. Covenant. And next question is, how many people did Jesus feed with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes? Or fish.
That's almost a
That's
trick
correct.
question.
So, fishes. So how many people did Jesus feed with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish? Brother Will says all of them. And that's correct. So, all right, first answer on my screen is Antonella with
Yeah,
5,000
wow. Great
and
job.
Leanne with 5,000.
Yeah.
Is that where you
5,000.
are? Okay, good.
That's where I'm at.
Amy with 5,000. She says over 5,000. See, that's clever because it was
trick
5,000 except for the women and children.
5,000
So,
men, he says.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Very good job,
good
folks.
points.
Good job, guys.
Amy with the most precise. Okay, and then Mrs. Hibbard coming in there, Anita.
Men plus women and children.
About 5,000 men is actually what we're looking for there. Okay. All of them. Okay. All right, Brother Hayden with the next
All right,
question.
here it is. What is the golden rule? What is the golden rule? Come on, y'all. Don't get this wrong. The golden rule. The golden rule. What
Those
is the
who get it
golden rule?
wrong, we might be able to tell by their deportment, like the way they behave, like the way they treat others.
You're giving the answer away.
That's okay. It'll air 30 seconds after everybody's given the answer.
That's true. Oh, God.
So,
Amy Zier says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Mandy, I think you copy and pasted that one. I'm just kidding. Amy came in first there. Very good job, guys. Josh came in 4th. Josh is really slacking.
I know he would usually he was so quick the other night. Maybe his internet connection has slowed down.
Maybe.
So, hey, next question. After Jesus was arrested, which apostle disowned him 3 times? I hope you can get this one. It's kind of a major theme. So, after Jesus was arrested, which apostle disowned him 3 times?
It actually kind of goes with this week.
It-
Again,
yeah,
this is the
it's
second
another
question.
great Passion Week question. And the first on my screen is Antonella. What about you?
I have Amy.
I have Antonella with Peter. You have Amy with?
Amy with Simon Peter.
Okay, very good. Mandy with Peter, Josh with Peter, Anita with
Leanne,
Peter, Nicole with Peter. So, all right, very good. Peter it is. All right, next question.
All right, next question. What city had walls that came tumbling down when Joshua and his army gave a loud shout? What city had walls that came tumbling down when Joshua and his army gave a loud shout?
And if you're just joining us, just a reminder to be watching in the comment section. We'll be posting those questions as soon as they're announced. There's about a 30-second delay from the time that we record it here in the auditorium, and it's all given to you there in your home. So you'll want to be watching in the comment section to make up for that delay.
So Josh was the first one.
All right, good job.
Hey,
good job. All that ribbing him paid off.
Great job. All right. It is Jericho. That is absolutely correct. Jericho, Amy with Jericho, Leanne with Jericho. Hi, Garrett Albrecht, Josh's brother. Welcome. Now Garrett gets to hear us rib Josh. This is great. All right. Next question.
All right. Who recognized Jesus as the Messiah when he was presented at the temple as a baby? Who recognized Jesus as the Messiah when he was presented at the temple as a baby?
That's a good question.
So it'd be interesting to see.
It must have been a
if
really
people
cool.
only give one name.
That's actually like
We're looking at like a specific person, one person who recognized him as the Messiah. Okay, so we got two names.
Nailed it.
And did you get Amy?
I got Amy too.
Amy was the first one on mine as well. Amy said Simeon and Anna, and I think that the heart of Cynthia's answer was Simeon, and probably Ricky as well. But Simeon and Anna would be, I think those are the correct answers. The only answer that is showing on my my list of trivia questions is Simeon, but I think Anna qualifies as well. That's my personal opinion.
My personal opinion, I think that would have been a really cool event if you were there. Like if you were there with Simeon and Anna, that would have been really cool. Like, wow, look at that. I don't know. That's just thinking that. Anyways, next question. How many tribes of Israel are there? How many tribes of Israel? Answer with a number or spell it out. How many tribes of Israel are there? See who's first. Hey, Josh, thanks for joining.
First one on my screen is Leanne.
I have Leanne as well. Good job, Leanne. Miss Anita comes in second, and Josh comes in third.
All right, and the answer is?
12 it is.
Good job. All right, so the next one. Who asked Pilate for Jesus' body after the crucifixion? Who asked Pilate for Jesus' body after the crucifixion? I think it'd be interesting to see what people say for this one.
Pastor Josh Robinson just joined us.
Yes, I noticed that.
Thanks for joining.
Welcome, Josh Robinson.
In fact, Pastor Josh is going to be is preaching during our 7 sayings.
That's right, and he has sent us that video.
He has.
In the past for the future.
Yes, in the past for the future. Absolutely correct. All right, let's see. Who do we have here?
All right, we have some answers coming in already. Very good. So Josh Albrecht says Joseph. And then Amy was more specific, which Joseph? Joseph of Arimathea. And that is the correct. I was wondering if someone would say Nicodemus. Because technically Nicodemus was involved with the body of Jesus. But I think Joseph is the one who actually went and requested the body. And then Nicodemus was involved afterwards. So, yeah,
really was.
Very good.
All right. Here it is. Here is the next question. Good job, folks, for answering that one. Who was Jacob promised after working 7 years for Laban? Who was Jacob, that's son of Isaac, promised after working 7 years for Laban? Okay, 7 years for Laban. Hey, Mrs. Molinex, thanks for joining. Who was Jacob promised? I got some answers rolling in here.
All right.
All right. Here it is. I have the first 3 here. Do you have Leanne?
Yes, I have Leanne, Nicole, Anita, in that order. How about you?
I have the same order.
Okay, I think our internet is in sync.
Great job. All right, here it is. Rachel it is. He was promised Rachel. Bonus points if you know who he got first.
All right.
Yeah. Who did he get first?
Which lady did he get first? And you can answer that in the comments when you get it. And in the meantime, I'm going to give you another question. Paul was shipwrecked on what island? On what island was Paul shipwrecked? Book of Acts. In the book of Acts. What was the name of the island? I always get this one mixed up with Paul's farewell message to all of the elders.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
So I get really these close. 2 words. Yeah, these 2 words mixed up. So And we got some answers to the bonus question. Antonella says Leah, Jan says Leah, Josh says Leah, Leanne says Leah, and that's correct. And Patmos is incorrect. That's where John the Baptist was, but that's a very interesting answer that you gave. That's where John the Baptist was in exile when he received the book of the Revelation. So Patmos is incorrect. But Ricky is correct with Malta is the correct answer.
Great job.
I always get Malta mixed up with Miletus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I always mix up with.
All right, here it is. Here's for an Old Testament question. Ready for it? Ready, set, go. What did Moses turn his staff into when he confronted Pharaoh? What did Moses turn his staff into when he confronted Pharaoh? All right, question is now in there.
I guess, though, God turned his staff into that.
That's true, yeah.
But either way. But he did it by the hand of Moses, so, who's to say?
All right, I have a couple here.
I got Antonella, Elena.
I have Samuel Roark first.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Well, we're pretty
credit
close.
to whom credit is due.
All right, here we go. Here it is. Ready for it? I have snake. All right, a snake or a serpent. Sam says snake. Antonella says serpent. Elena says snake. I think they're pretty good. Spot on.
Yeah, I'm happy for Sam being called first on your phone because he didn't show up on mine, but a couple of weeks ago he felt a little left out.
Oh,
So,
he did.
yeah.
Well, welcome, Sam. Thanks for
Yes.
joining, buddy.
And good job.
Very good job.
So,
Snake it
okay,
is.
next question is, what is the shortest book in the New Testament? The shortest book in the New Testament.
Now this can get confusing because if you by just a couple verses,
Yeah.
just literally a couple verses.
So, but there is one that's shorter than the others. And so we'll let you guess which one it is, and we'll see what you
This will
say.
be a good
Shortest book in the New Testament. Ooh, very close. Very close.
I knew it. See, that's one of,
So, all right, I think we've got a new leader on this.
we do.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago it was Josh, hands down.
Hands
But
down.
this week. Okay, so here's what I got. I got some answers rolling in. Anita says Jude. Leanne says Jude. Antonella says Jude. Josh says Jude. And Richard Parker says Jude. Jude is incorrect.
And what is it?
Jude is incorrect. Actually, it is 2 John, and Ricky is correct with 2 John.
Very
So
good
we have
job.
some who are saying 3 John, but it's actually 2 John is the shortest. So good
very
job
good
on those.
job.
Yeah. Okay, Brother
All right.
Hayden.
Who authored the epistles to the Corinthians? Who authored the epistles to the Corinthians? Epistles are not the sister of the apostles. They are not.
They're the wives of the apostles.
No, not that either.
And Malachi is the Italian prophet.
Oh man, never a dull moment up here. All right, who authored the epistles to the Corinthians?
Okay, I got a bunch of answers there.
I do. Who do you have first?
Let's see. I actually have Josh Albrecht first.
Me too.
So-
and then I have.
And then I have Jan, and I have
Yeah.
Elena.
Very good job. Paul is correct. Paul. If I said Apollos, that would have thrown everybody off.
Okay, I got who is the author of the book of Revelation? The human author, of course.
Thank you for giving
Holy
that
men of God
distinction.
spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
We're all aware, but who's the human author of the book of Revelation? And I got some answers coming in for this. If you're saying Paul in response to the previous question, that is correct. That Paul, that Paul was the human author of the books of the Corinthians, the epistles of the Corinthians. But John, Saint Paul the Divine, no, Saint John the Divine. So John is the author, the human penman of the book of Revelation.
Good job,
That's
Josh.
correct.
Do you have Josh first on yours on that one?
I actually, let me see who I have. Josh Albrecht is the first to answer John.
and my
on mine.
wife came second.
And
so very good
then
job, wifey.
Jan. Oh no, I have Josh, Antonella, Elena, and then Jan, then Gus. That's the order. Okay,
Gotcha.
so you go ahead with the next question.
Here it is. Who did Christ drive out of the temple? Who did Christ drive out of the temple? All right. Who did Christ drive out of the temple? Pastor Parker, thank you for joining. It's good to see you. Tyler Gillett. Pastor Tyler Gillett. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, good to see you. All the way from Texas. the Worth Baptist Church.
All right, I have a few answers here. I have merchants, money changers, money changers, money changers. And the answer is money changers.
Yeah.
Very close, Josh. No,
I
that's
think
okay.
merchants qualifies.
I
It's kind
think
of the
so.
same thing.
Pretty
but,
close. That's essentially what they were doing in the wrong place.
All right, and fill in the blank. Matthew was and I think we're looking for here his occupation. So if I can type that in without making a typographical error. Matthew was a fill in the blank with his occupation. I think we recently got that one in another session.
Did we? Was that
I think it
last
might have
week?
been my first one.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, the first one we did.
We've-
Before I had my handy dandy sidekick.
Exactly.
So Josh with tax collector, Jan with tax collector, Leanne with tax collector, Alicia with tax collector. Good to have you joining us, Alicia. I think she's watching from Texas. That'd be my guess. Tell me if I'm wrong, but she was a seminary student with me at good old Pensacola Theological, PTS.
PCC or
Good job.
PTC? PTC?
No, PTS for Pensacola
PTS.
Theological Seminary.
PTS.
PCC
PTS.
for Pensacola Christian College.
Well, I'm all over the place today.
It's kind of the same thing, I guess.
Sort of, kind of. One and the same-ish.
Yeah. We could make that a trivia question. Okay. All right. I think the next one's yours.
Real quick, Mrs. Hibbard says IRS. He was IRS.
Okay, that's the NIV version.
Modern translation.
Dynamic equivalency there.
Oh, man. Next question here. Well, here we are. Where was Zacharias when an angel told him his wife would have a son? Where was Zacharias when an angel told him his wife would have a son? Now this is a really good question here. Social distancing. All right, I have one answer.
He wasn't sleeping.
No.
That's a different Bible story. There are a couple other Bible stories where they had visions in the night.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so here I have Temple. I have Josh with Temple. I have Antonella was sleeping. I have Leanne with Temple, and Mrs. Hibbard with Temple. Where in the temple? That would be a good question.
Oh, yeah. Bonus points for where in the temple.
Right.
You can answer that one when that comes up. I'll give you another question real quick in the meantime. To what city was Paul traveling when he encountered a great and blinding light? To what city was Paul traveling when he encountered a great and blinding light? It looks like I'm going to have to reload.
Hey, Denise. Thanks for joining. I have a few answers here.
Richard Parker says he doesn't type text fast enough. I won't read his reason on that. They'll just leave that to him. Okay.
Anita with Holy of Holies. Bonus answer. That is correct. He was in the Holy of Holies. Anyways, to this current question, we have
Let's look. Okay, I got a few answers ahead of that. Nicole is the first one on my phone. How about you?
Yes, I have Nicole as well.
Okay, Nicole's Damascus, Alicia Damascus, Josh Damascus, Richard Damascus, Anita Damascus. Damascus is the correct answer. So, and under any other circumstances, the discussion about toilet paper in the comment section would be really weird and incredibly personal. So anyway, but we'll give it a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass.
Okay. So I think it's your turn.
It's my turn. Here it is. What did Christ do after Peter cut off the ear of the one who came to arrest him?
Ooh.
What did Christ do after Peter cut off the ear of the one who came to arrest Jesus?
And I already know what the bonus question is going to be. Which, by the way, did you get any bonus answers for?
The one before the last one?
Yes.
I didn't see one. I didn't see any. I might have just scrolled through and kept going. If you answered a previous bonus question, put a thumbs up.
Okay. Do you even remember what the bonus question was?
I don't.
Okay, me neither. So we're moving on. Thank you so much for your participation on the bonus question that we forgot about. So anyway, but appreciate you paying attention.
All right, here's the question here. What did Christ do after Peter cut off the ear of the one who came to arrest Jesus? And we have here Elena with healed it, Antonella healed him, and Leanne put it back on.
So
I
yeah, I
think
guess
those are all about
yeah,
the
that's
same.
about the same.
Yeah, very good
but I
job,
love some of
guys.
the other answers that are coming in though. Jennifer says kissed him. That was Judas to Jesus, but thanks for the kissing sound, by the way. And then Ricky told him to stop. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the next question that I was going to ask was, what was the name of the person? But Brother Parker was being very specific.
Pastor
He said
Parker.
he healed Malchus. So you ruined our bonus question, brother. That's okay though. That's fine. Good answer there.
Jan says admonished Peter.
I think she's thinking what Jesus did to Peter when Peter did so anyway.
You get 500 points, Miss Jan.
Yeah.
500 points.
But that's not the question we asked.
It's not. Giving it to her anyways.
So, let's see here. My question is, who was the first person to come upon the injured man in the parable of the Good Samaritan? The first person to come upon the injured man in the parable of the Good Samaritan.
That's a really good question. Who knows?
And we're waiting for the answer. Enjoy the fine music. I think it's still playing in the background. All right, Elena with the first answer on my phone. What about you?
I have it. Elena.
Priest. Good job. Leanne says Levite, sort of. Levitical priest. So Josh says priest, Denise says priest, and those are the correct answers.
Bonus question. Who was the second guy? Bonus
All right,
question.
now don't forget that you asked the bonus question.
Who was the second guy who passed by the guy who got beat up on the road?
All right, so you got the bonus question. When that comes across your screen, go ahead and answer in the comments, and you go ahead and with the next official question.
Next official question here. This will be dropped down. What prophet spent the night in a den? What prophet spent the night in a den? Specifically ambiguous. That was specifically ambiguous.
Oh, yes. Oh, right. Yeah,
We
intentionally.
would only give it away.
Yeah, but the more we talk, the less ambiguous it becomes.
Well, I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
Done. It's over.
So-
It's over.
okay, very good. I got Antonella already with the answer.
Great job, wife. Great job. Daniel. That's exactly correct. Daniel was the prophet who spent the night in a den.
I would be interested in knowing what den Elijah went to, Anita. Just kidding. We got to quit teasing the people who get the incorrect answer. They'll stop guessing. And Glenn with Ezekiel. Ezekiel did a lot of really unusual things. So, hello to Sierra, by the way, and we miss Sierra as well. So
We missed Ginger too.
yes, and Kaysen and Damon. So tell them
We
all
miss
we said
all
hello.
Hope y'all are doing good. Brother Oscar, thanks for joining us.
Next question. Finish this verse. In every battle, you will need faith as your blank to stop the fiery arrows aimed at you by Satan. So, okay. So there's a piece of armor. So I'm gonna rewrite this question because I think it's a little bit confusing. But what in the whole armor of God? Which piece of armor is used to stop all the fiery darts? That's what we want to know. Which piece of armor is used to stop all the fiery darts? Okay, good. So there were a bunch of people who knew what I was talking about, even though the question was worded weirdly. Worded weirdly. So, Gus with shield, the shield, Denise shield, Leanne shield, Glenn shield, Jan shield, Anita shield, and Samuel with the shield of faith, Glenn with the shield of faith. So that's good. Shield of faith is the correct answer. Good job there.
This is not awkward, Elena. This is perfectly fine. Everything's great. Just kidding. Anyways, next question. How many times did Jesus say, "Lovest thou me," to Peter? How many times did Jesus say, "Lovest thou me," to Peter? All right. It is in the comment section. How many times did Jesus say, "Lovest thou me," to Peter? I have some answers. I have first one I have is Denise. Do you have Denise there?
I have Denise first, yes.
Absolutely. 3 is correct. Jesus said, "Lovest thou me," to Peter 3 times. Very good job. Next question.
All right, next question is, whose example does Paul say Christians should follow in chapter 5 of Ephesians? Ooh. So Ephesians chapter 5, there's an example that we're supposed to follow. And whose example is it? This one's one of those like typical, if you've been a Bible class teacher in a Christian school and you ask like any question, you get like 2 or 3 answers, and this is one of them.
Yes.
So usually, like you ask a question, and they say, you're like, you ask, how do you do this? And they'll say, the Bible,
Jesus,
prayer,
Paul.
So anyway, you can guess any one of those. So, whose example does Paul say that Christians should follow in chapter 5 of Ephesians? So.
Here we are. We have a couple of answers here. I've got Glenn with his own, like Paul's own.
Oh, no.
No, Jesus. Denise says Jesus.
Yes.
All right. Nicole with
Denise,
Jesus.
Denise said his own. I have Scott with Jesus.
I must be further down then. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Denise
And then
says
she went back and changed it to the wrong answer. Okay. So, yeah, Mrs. Mullinax taught K5 and K4 for years, and she says, heaven. Yeah, that's the K4 thing. That, and can I tell you a story? Or they raise their hand and you think they're going to ask a question, and they start telling you about their most recent trip to Disney World. So
exactly.
All right. So I think the next question's yours.
The next question is mine here. All right. What was the final act of creation that God made before resting on the 7th day? I phrased it a little differently here, but what was the final thing is my question here that God created before resting on the 7th day? Did it go? Uh-oh. What was the final thing that God created before he rested on the 7th day? Oh, maybe it didn't post. Did you get it here? There is a bee in Leanne's backyard.
I was just reading that and just thinking about like whether or not I would even say anything about it, because I just thought that's completely random, and I hardly think of it as news. It's like I have a ton of bees in my backyard. It's like, is that unusual?
There is a bee in Leanne. Will says there's a story behind that. Perhaps
does it have to do with the question?
It has to do with that K4 thing when you said.
Oh.
Now it all makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe next week.
We're catching up.
Maybe next week you can share that story with us, Brother Will. Here we go. Glenn says day 6. Samuel says human. Jan says man.
I have Ginger with man and animals. Artie Lajardi with Eve.
Very good. Thank you for joining, Artie. Well, I also have Denise said he made woman. So I guess technically that would be right.
Yeah, I'd go primarily with mankind. Yeah, and then woman was like really specific. So yeah.
I think all of you guys get a gold star. Great job, folks.
Yes, thank you for your participation. After Jesus feeds the 5,000 with 2 fishes and 5 loaves of bread, how many baskets were left over?
Oh, that's a good question. Because you could have.
There's a family reunion taking place before us.
Is it really?
You're missing it. Oh. Caleb, June, and Scott.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Caleb. Thanks for joining.
So okay, 12 baskets full remain. Anita, Leanne, and then Denise. Denise is going back to qualify the last question. Is she the one who said woman?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is precise.
It is. Very good job. Thank you for answering that. All right. We have a few answers here. We have Anita with 12, Leanne with 12, Artie with 12, Jan with 12. What is the correct answer?
12 is correct.
12 is correct.
Yes.
Was
So-
there another time where Jesus fed? That was the 4,000, wasn't it? Jesus fed the 4,000. There was a different number. There was 2 times he fed multiple groups of people.
Yeah, I don't know. That can be a bonus question.
Bonus question, folks.
I don't have the answer to that.
Very good job, guys. Very good job. Baskets full. Very good job. All right, here we go. Here's the next one. What is the water of the sacrament an emblem of? Wow. What is the water of the sacrament an emblem of? How about?
That's interesting.
Let's move on to the next question.
Yeah, let's do a different question.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
a
that
little
was-
weird.
That was interesting. All right.
Kind of. That's a little more Protestant and Catholic than we are.
Where did these questions come from? All right, here's the next question here. Who was promised that he would tarry until the second coming? Who was promised that he would tarry until the second coming? This is an interesting question. My answer. I don't know.
Elena says heaven. Antonella says the Holy Spirit. Scott says blood.
Person.
Oh,
A
Scott
person.
got your answer from the previous one. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's not guessing
Denise-
about who's tarrying until
Denise
the
did
second coming.
too. Jesus' blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the answer to the question. I was lost myself. So if someone could explain my own question to me, that'd be great.
I don't know if it was talking about baptism or something, but I was kind of confused about
Yeah,
the
I was
question.
like,
It was
communion?
like- I was
No,
like,
that's, the
yeah, we
wording's
don't
not
use
right.
we don't use water in the Lord's table, so
Grape juice.
Anyway. And we don't
Who-
call them sacraments. We call them ordinances.
Yeah.
It's a
Well-
Baptist word.
All right, so my answers that I'm getting from my current question is Holy Spirit. That would be a person. My answer is John the Beloved, or John the Disciple. At the end of John, at the book of John, where Jesus is talking to Peter and talking to John, he says, "You're gonna tarry." I don't know if second coming is probably the right vernacular. I'm not 100% sure, but based upon your answers, I can see where you're coming from. Very good job with
But-
that.
Well, yeah,
Who was
but-
promised?
but it
that
was
he would
John.
tarry.
Yeah, it was
the
John.
answer is John. In this.
Yeah, well, because
I
what
guess
he was saying
context
was, at the when Peter and they had the discussion, and then
Lovest thou most of it.
after the lovest thou me time, then Peter said, "What about this disciple?" And he said, "Well, if I would that he should tarry till I come, so then what is that to you?" So,
What is that to thee? That's a good question.
so
Next question.
all right, and so this question is, what does Paul say may abound more and more in knowledge and in all judgment? What does Paul say may abound more and more in knowledge and in all judgment? And so the next question that you ask will be our final question for this evening. And while we're waiting on the answers to come in for this one, I want to remind you to tune in tomorrow, to log on tomorrow and watch the 7 Saying service. That'll be our midweek service. Usually this time of year, we move our Wednesday to Thursday for the 7 Saying service, and we fill up this auditorium with people from churches all across the area, and we preach about the 7 final sayings of the Lord Jesus Christ. And so now that's going to have to be virtual this year, but we have a great video that is premiering tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I cannot wait to be able to log on and watch it right there with you, and we'll be able to comment and follow along in the section and just be blessed by all of the wonderful preaching and the music that has been prepared by several churches all across our area, and I know that's going to be a blessing to you.
So here's our last question. And
Oh,
by the
we
way,
got to get the answer to this
Oh.
question. What's going to abound more and more and in knowledge and all judgment? The answer is not grace. So I just we have some people who've answered grace, But we'll wait for the correct answer on that one, but we'll go ahead and throw out the next one. So if you know the answer to the previous question, it still hasn't been answered correctly yet, we'll throw it to Brother Hayden.
All right, here it is. What famous list of blessed R's did Christ give the people in the Sermon of the Mount? What is the name we have given the blessed R's? Jesus goes through a list, blessed R, in the Sermon on the Mount. What do we call those?
All right, so we're looking for a couple of answers here. We're looking for, what does Paul say may abound more and more in knowledge and in all judgment? We're still waiting for the answer on that one. Still haven't gotten the correct one. Wisdom is not correct. Beatitudes is not correct.
But
was that the
that's
answer
to
to
mine.
yours?
That's
Oh,
to
okay.
mine. Yeah.
There
Good
you
job,
go.
Elena.
She got it before. Okay, so Elena with the first answer on Beatitudes. We're still waiting on the answer to the previous question. What
you
does
wanna-
Paul say may abound more and more in all judgment?
Well, let's see.
If
Let's
anybody
see
gets
if we get that one.
Yeah.
But you want to ask another one, just in place of the other
Oh,
question?
sure, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
Good job, folks who answered Beatitudes. Very good job, y'all.
Let's see
We
here.
have one more question. It's coming. It's
I gotta.
buffering.
Yeah. My it crashes occasionally. So which tribe of Israel was Paul from? What tribe of Israel was Paul from?
That's a good question.
The answer to the previous question, though, is what does Paul say may abound more and more in knowledge and in all judgment? The answer is love. Love, L-O-V-E.
Denise. Oh, right after you. Denise put love.
That's okay. She's 30 seconds before me. So
Great job.
love, good job, Denise. You got the correct answer on that. And also want to
Glenn
let you
started
know,
guessing.
we're waiting for the answer for what tribe is Paul from. And yep, Scott got love too. And what tribe is Paul from?
We have Anita.
Levi is incorrect. Levi is incorrect.
Denise. Artie.
Yeah. While these are coming in, I want to remind you also, just to mention a couple of things for you. Don't forget about the 7 saying service tomorrow night. I mentioned that earlier. And then this coming Sunday, 9 a.m. for the drive-in service. So that's different than the regular time. And if you're helping with parking cars, we need you here by 8. So if you'll be here at 8 for car parking, that'll help us to make sure that we get all the cars spaced 6 feet apart. We're going to try to be as safe as possible and follow as many of the guidelines that have been given to us by the authorities that God has given to us. So we'll need help with that. 8 a.m. for that, 9 a.m. for the service. And you say, why are we doing it at 9? Well, because we're trying to look out for the fact that we are going to be putting all these cars out on the field and the sun, and it's Florida. So 9 a.m. might be a little bit cooler than if we started at our regular time, 10:30, and then ran the service after that. By the time we're finished, it would be really hot. So hopefully at 9 a.m. still be a nice breeze and won't be too hot yet. So just a reminder about that. And also, for all the children, you can still log on and catch Master Clubs. That video was uploaded, and that class did continue this week. So you can watch my wife teach the Master Clubs class. The final question that we asked just a moment ago before the announcements, what tribe is Paul from? The answer is Benjamin. That is correct, Benjamin. And I have Artie with the first answer on that, and Glenn with the next one. Who do you have on your phone?
I had Anita. with the
Anita's
first
first
answer.
Benjamin. Very good
Yeah.
job. He's of the tribe of Benjamin. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We plan to be back again next week, 6 p.m. next week for the Bible trivia. So log in. 6 p.m. Wednesday night, Bible trivia, and then all of our adult Bible classes will resume then. But for now, don't forget, 7 saying service tomorrow night. You're going to log in. 7 p.m. is when that's premiering. It's going to be fantastic, and you're going to love all of the wonderful messages that are brought to us to remember all of the great things that Jesus did for us on the cross. And I suppose that all of eternity would be required to try to comprehend those things. But thank you for logging with us tonight. God bless you, and good night.
Good night.